Hello, everybody. Good Monday to you all. I know good and Monday might seem like an oxymoron to some people, but because Mondays seem to be the least favorite days of the week for people, but I wish you a good day anyway. Before I get to the main gist of this, I would like to thank people who have commented on my latest upload a couple days ago, welcoming me back to the making videos here for the music/vinyl community. And I also want to thank the people who through Facebook have encouraged me to get back to doing this and wishing that I would do this again and missing me doing this. I want to thank everybody for their encouraging words. Now, for the main reason why I decided to press record today. I last night watched a video from Jeff McCormick, or Mega Jeff McRockmack, is his channel's name, and he talked about something I've talked about here on before, but put a different twist on it. Memories. Certain songs, certain albums bring back to you in your earlier days, back to high school and maybe even before high school. And the memories associated with your early to, teen years up to your 20s. Or maybe in his case, past that. And, talking about these memories, and some memories that could be slightly embarrassing thinking back on them now. And about, I started listening to his video, I started thinking of things that have happened in the past, and thought, yeah, that was slightly embarrassing, but it's a fun memory that certain music brings back. And I thought I'd share some of them on here as a response, and maybe start a thread with this, see if other people would chime in on this or not. But anyway, the memories associated with music. I remember, ever since seeing my first rock concert back in 1985, Petra's Beat the System tour, which I've mentioned on many videos in the past. But anyway, I remember ever since seeing that concert, I've always envisioned myself as the singer in a band, running around the stage, high-fiving people in the first couple rows of the audience, just revving the crowd up. And I'll kind of maybe embarrass myself further by saying I've done this more recently than my teen years, but I would find myself days where I would make up set lists. Sometimes it'd be of one band, sometimes it'd be various bands, sometimes it'd just be an album, and have my own little concert. Sometimes involving other people, sometimes not involving other people. There were times with a couple of friends, about 3 or 4 other friends, we would be the dregs of humanity. We say, want to be dregs? And we'd all know what that means. One or two of them would get tennis rackets and be the guitarist. There'd be an air drummer, there'd be a singer sometimes singing along with the track. Sometimes I'd lip sync. And 2 albums I got to know real well beyond the hits. Playing dregs are Europe's The Final Countdown and Whitesnake 1987, if I can hold it up right. Whitesnake 1987. These two albums, before the whole thing of doing the mock band started, I knew the hits off of these albums, but I never heard the deeper cuts on these. So being in that little mock band, the Dregs of Humanity, was a good way for me to get familiarize myself with these records. But looking back on it now, it's kind of be like, yeah, there are times where we'd be caught by other friends or parents or some such, and sometimes the other friends would want to join in, and sometimes the other friends would be like, you guys are lunatics. But and sometimes I'd be caught by myself with these and other albums, having my own little concert. Another story I can remember is back when Stryper were on their To Hell with the Devil tour in the 80s, which incidentally enough, I've got to see two different To Hell with the Devil tours, their original To Hell with the Devil tour and their 30th anniversary To Hell with the Devil tour. But the original To Hell with the Devil tour, when this initially came out, there was a concert near where, not in the town lived in at the time, which was Omaha, Nebraska, but near that town, Stryper was putting on a concert, and I'd only seen Stryper on a VHS tape I had of a Live in Japan concert back on their Soldiers Under Command tour, and that VHS got me interested in actually seeing a Stryper show, so I pleaded with my dad to go, and he wasn't too keen on going to a concert himself because, he would sit there all day with his ears plugged. Although he did accompany me to that first Petra concert and some other ones later on. But anyway, for this particular Stryper concert, he was able to get an uncle of mine and my brothers and my sisters to accompany me and my brother to the concert. And through the concert, I got this uncle into, he became a Stryper fan. And the uncle in question is featured in a video I did a couple of years back, where we have about a 20-minute discussion on music and everything. But anyway, so this uncle accompanied me and my brother to this concert and found himself enjoying the music and became a fan and bought, I think this was the first album he bought, and the ones previous to it. I don't know how far, if at all, he's gone beyond this one, but so one day when I was over at his little apartment he had in Omaha before he met who is now my aunt, he met who is now my aunt at this apartment building that he was in, but I was over at his apartment and we were playing the To Hell with the Devil album, and we got the idea to be our own little mock version of Stryper. He even had a blanket, a quilt, that was yellow with black stripes on it. So I used that as a cape, and we're just jamming out to the album, and pardon the sing-along song, which is the 6th track on the album, comes on, and the chorus, I'm all excited, jumping around and everything, and I go to jump on the bed, and it was an old bed, one of beds he had in this little studio apartment of his. I go to jump on the bed, and walloped my knee really, really hard on the baseboard of the bed. So I'm singing along to the song, and all of a sudden I'm just like, oh, and he's like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I just hit my knee. And, you know, we've had several laughs over the years about that incident. And there was a time when in my older years, when a friend of mine caught me having my own little concert, and he just had a good laugh about that and everything. Well, anyway, for what it's worth, I thought I would make this video as kind of a response to Jeff's video. Hopefully you'll run across it, Jeff. And if you do, I hope you enjoy my little auditions. And I'd be looking forward to hearing other people if they're feel inclined to make a video like this about some embarrassing memories that certain songs or albums brings back to you. So anyway, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the music.